Hey, it's Paul Gutricht, and you know, I have been often wondering about like what makes a good apology. A lot of people ask me that. Okay, so this clip is going to talk about the components of good apology. I did some research online. I went to a number of different places, and actually, the one I like the most, by the way, people have been writing about this for a long time. Google, however you want, what makes a good apology and elements of a good apology. You're going to find a lot of great things. Just I don't know, pick the top two or three in it, unless this does it for you, and in which case you're done. But the one that I like the most is from Harvard Medical School. Okay, hms.harvard.edu. And it's actually one of the oldest articles that I found. It's from 1999 by Marcia L. Wagner from Columbia University, but it's on the Harvard Medical School website. So go figure. And it's called Elements of an Effective Apology. I'm not going to read it word for word. I'm going to tell you my summary, but it's really based on her article, which is a one pager. Okay. And that one, again, Elements of an Effective Apology. So you can look it up, the Harvard Medical School website if you want. Okay. Number one, you're going to state what happened. You're going to acknowledge the thing you did. You're going to say, I did when I did this. Okay. Or some version of that. And with that, you're going to take responsibility for doing the offensive thing. Okay. It's not, I'm sorry you got upset when I said this. That's not an apology. I'm sorry I upset you is an apology. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. Stating what I did in terms of the emotional impact and any material or concrete impact. Okay. So that means like, I'm going to give you an example at the end, but when I yelled and you got cut off, okay, that's an example of a concrete thing. That person stopped talking. Okay. All right. Also, you're going to include a judgment or criticism of your own behavior. All right. It doesn't have to be harsh or anything, but you'll see what I mean in my example. Uh, in, these are elements, all these different elements you're going to think about if you want to include every single one of them, but there's only two left. State your feelings of regret or embarrassment or shame for the action that you took, and then make a reparation. Propose how you're going to repair the relationship. Okay. So here's an example. All right. Hang on a second here. All right. Okay. There. All right. I just made this up right before starting this. When we talked last night after dinner and I raised my voice and I called you some names, I realized that it shut you down and you didn't get to say what you wanted to say. And it probably made you feel pretty crappy and angry. That was out of line. It's not how I want to be when we talk about important things. I'm feeling pretty embarrassed and stupid about it. I know we still need to talk about what we were talking about, so let's plan a time to talk about it. And if I start to heat up, I'll ask you for a break and tell you how long I need and go cool off, and then we'll keep talking. Okay. So anytime I start to heat up and get upset, I'll ask for this timeout so that we can get back to whatever the real topic is. I apologize. That's simple, right? It's a lot wordier than sorry or look, I apologize, okay? That's not an apology. We need these elements. We need to acknowledge what we did, how the other person felt, what it did to them, and how we're going to repair it, how we're going to make amends. Those are all the aspects of a good apology. And in here, it includes also noting some critical assessment of my behavior, right? So that's an element in here too, and how I feel, okay? How I feel. So they get that this is sincere, not just, I'm sorry. You look up the definition of an apology or to apologize in the dictionary, and it does not say the words I'm sorry, say the words I apologize. That's a small component of the whole piece. All right. So hope this is useful, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks.